The following is not meant for children, has been edited by Cute Stuff, and is brought to you by support from Patreon. Hello, and welcome back. I am MasterAelix, and this is MasterAelix's Build Love Time, or better known as MasterAelix's BLT. The videos in this series where I go over character builds for some of my favorite RPGs, and in this video I plan to show you, step by step, how to make a character build I really enjoy, and explain why I enjoy it, and hopefully you will too. Now, I like to make fun and flavorful character builds, something that leans more into ROLE play as opposed to ROLL play. However, it never hurts to give yourself some numerical advantages from time to time. Now, my way is far from the only way to build characters. This is just one character built in a way I think is fun. Hopefully I've done a good enough job that you would want to play this character too. However, feel free to change things to make it a character you do want to play. Now, as I go through this build, I'm going to go into detail about what I've selected and why I've selected the things I do. But what I won't be doing is reading the books to you. First off, that's very boring. And second, that removes your need to get the books on your own. I love these games, so I'd love for you to support the publishers. So please, go buy their books. Now, let's get everything settled out and fry up some bacon and build us a BLT. Yes, I know this sounds crazy, but I have evidence to back up my claims. I have materials, metals that date to be older than the invention of metallurgy, prehistoric symbols or letters that have lasted through the weathering of time. I have evidence. Why won't anyone believe me? Today's BLT is for the Power Rangers RPG by Renegade Games. Today's character is Dr. Scott Price, the one that knows the truth, and a Phantom Ranger. Dr. Scott started off his life as a young man that enjoyed digging in the dirt. This led him to becoming an archaeologist. He learned to dedicate his life to an idea and to focus, and he kept seeing signs and patterns that the truth is out there, and that aliens are real, and for a long, cold, bitter time, he was told he was wrong and a crackpot. Until one day a piece of alien tech was found in a farmer's field, and someone from the government went to check. They found that his notes, publications, and all of that proved that he was right. So now he's an action archaeologist. And this week's piece of art is brought to us by Aelix. I really enjoy how they were able to bifurcate this image of Scott and putting the Phantom Ranger in his shadow. I think this was really creative, and I'm so happy with how this turned out. And if you would like a piece of art from Aelix, please check them out over on Tumblr at idkwhatiswronginmylife2112. So, let's get into the layers of this BLT, shall we? The books you'll need to get from Renegade Games to make the character as I've made him here is the Power Rangers Core Rulebook, Across the Stars, and Beneath the Helmet. Influence. Dr. Scott is not a teenager with attitude, he is an adult with years under his belt, with an attitude. And as such, he gets the full complement of 3 influences. The first is actually the most recent, and that is Ship's Crew from Across the Stars, which I felt as the captain of an ancient phantom ship was fitting. The second is the one that is most defining, and that is Archaeologist from Beneath the Helmet. This is his life's work, and where he learned about living life and history. The last is Life Interrupted, also from Beneath the Helmet, indicating either the day he found his first alien artifact, or the day he was proven right about alien artifacts. Hang-ups. With 3 influences, he needs 2 hang-ups. The ones I chose are the ones from Archaeologist and Life Interrupted. Life Interrupted is a mandatory hang-up, so I had to choose it, and Archaeologist hang-up I turned into one of his main personality traits. Origin. As someone who spent literal years digging for the truth, what could I choose other than curious? This fits him so well. This origin gives him 1 smarts essence, and I'm going to put that skill point into culture. Also, this origin's perk, secret knowledge, is so nice. Now, he doesn't know it yet, but his secret knowledge about ancient alien relics will allow him to spectrum shift into... Roll. A Phantom Ranger from across the stars. This is one of the more interesting and unique roles of the Ranger spectrum. I'm so glad I was able to try it out. First, it gives us the perk, It's Morphin' Time, which, if he didn't have, would make being a Power Ranger very difficult to be. Next, he gets the perk, Phantom Ship, which mechanically functions as a sword, however thematically, his Phantom Ship has been drifting through the solar system for time untold. Its highly elliptical orbit only bringing it close to Earth every couple hundred of years. And this year, it got close enough to get between the Earth and the Moon. After that, he gets the perk Phantom Suite, which is a unique set of Power Ranger armor that, among other things, allows him to go almost invisible. Phantom Rangers get 1 strength essence, which I put into athletics, because he has to stay a bit in shape to do digs. A speed essence, which goes into finesse, because of the delicate excavation work. And the last is smarts essence, which goes more into culture. Gear. Speaking of special gear, the Phantom Ranger comes with a grid-wide communicator, a Phantom Key or Focus, your choice as to which type, and then a unique Phantom Laser. This is a fun little bit of tech. Essence Step. The Essence Step is one of the most impactful steps on any character build. It's a chance to work towards any prerequisites, cover important skills, or make sure there is a limited number on untrained skills. This step we get 12 essence points put into the 4 essences, and the book suggests a spread of 4, 3, 3, and 2, which I happen to agree with. First comes the 4, which I put into smarts. He is a professional archaeologist after all. As for the skills, I put 1 into alertness, so he can notice things like ancient tech in the dirt. 1 more into culture, and then 1 into culture but as a specialization in ancient alien stuff. And that last 1 I put into science skill, so he can start understanding the ancient technology on his own terms. The first +3 goes into speed. The skill points for this go 2 into finesse, because once more he is a careful man, and 1 into initiative, because that is 1 skill you do not want to be without. The second set of 3 goes into the strength essence, and I'm splitting this up evenly. 1 point into athletics, because he is a healthy man, 1 point into conditioning, for the same reason, and 1 into intimidation, which is just him being a quiet man letting out his contempt and frustration from time to time. And last 2 points go into social. For these, I'm putting them into deception and persuasion, so he can teach a class if pressed, though he'd rather be out in the dirt. Hey, you've made it this far into the video. Thank you for that. Seems like you're liking the video, so please show that you do by hitting the thumbs up button down below. Maybe leave a comment, tell me what you're enjoying. Now that we built ourselves a solid foundation, let's build on that with extra levels. This time we're going to level 8 to get the complete build. Level 2. Level 2 is where the good doctor starts realizing his combat potential as a Phantom Ranger. With the perk Follow Through, he gets a nice mobility peak in combat. Just make sure you use a finesse weapon, so either upgrade the grip on that Phantom Laser or find a melee weapon. Level 2 also increases his smarts essence, and since he's now exploring his ship, I'll put that point into science. Level 3. Level 3 is so nice. Now, we already have our Phantom ship Zord, but we now can expand upon it with new Zord features. I chose the feature Carrier, so his ship can be the home base for the team. Nice to have your own personal Zord Bay, I say. This collaborative effort also comes with a social essence, which I then put into deception, because he's fine. Everything is fine. Why wouldn't anything be fine? Level 4. Oh yeah, level 4. Level 4 gets us a general perk of our choice, but right now the one I want, we don't meet the prerequisites for. So I suggest you hold off. Now, there is nothing in the rules that say that you can do that, but talk to your GM. You're purposely not enhancing yourself for a while. I'd imagine most GMs would let you say yes to nerfing yourself. Level 4 also increases our speed essence, and I want to put that into finesse. You know, better blade work. Level 5. This level is a good one. First, Dr. Scott gets himself the perk Extra Attack, which works exactly like you think it would. Next, he gets the perk Mending the Grid, which sounds amazing, and is rather potent because it deals with story points and the bonuses from them, which is good. And the last thing, being a 5th level, he gets Better Bond with his Zord. In this case, I'm taking an optional +1 armor plating to the ship's toughness defense. This level, we also get a strength essence increase, which is very nice. And as he's fallen deeper into the darkness, he's going to let his self-regulation slip and get a rank in Intimidation. Level 6. Oh man, now this is the big level. Level 6, we can finally cash in on the held general perk from level 4, gaining us the form perk Shadow Morph. As Dr. Scott has spent so much time being a Phantom Ranger with a dark soul, his mending of the grid now gets him the Shadow Blade. The Shadow Blade does work with follow through. He also gets the perk Ageless Knowledge, which I see as him connecting with the ancient repository of data inside his Phantom ship and learning so much more. Next, he gets his choice of a grid power, and for this I chose Grid Battery because having more power points is always better. And at last, he gets another Phantom ship feature, and since he's been fixing up the ship and now he can get it to move, I'm choosing the 0G feature, which is just so cool. With the gaining of Ageless Knowledge, it is no surprise that he gets a Smart Essence increase, and I put that into the Culture skill. Level 7. Level 7 is very handy, as the bonus that is gained by his Phantom Suit is increased, making him even more difficult to find. Level 7 gives him a Social Essence increase, and I spent that skill point on the Persuasion skill. Level 8. Oh yeah, this has been a level I have been waiting for. Now follow along. At level 8 we get a general perk. And this time I'm choosing the perk Extra Grid Power, which, as you can guess, gets him an extra grid power. Now, to be the culmination of his falling to the darkness, I'm giving him the grid power Void Warrior. This is a potent power and so flavorful. Now, keep in mind that while you're using it, you do not gain power points, which is why I chose Power Battery earlier. This level gives us a Speed Essence, and this time I'm putting it into a specialization of Finesse in the Shadow Blade. And as far as what I wanted to make for Dr. Scott Price, I'm done. He's a driven man who felt invisible and mocked until proven right, and then made literally invisible. He's a dark antihero, surrendering to those dark feelings inside him until pulled back from the abyss at the very last minute. He didn't descend into madness. Him being mad and angry fueled his descent. Alternatives. This character was made with a very specific idea in mind, and so has been made to fit into that role. That's why he has Carrier as his extra ship feature and all that. So for this time, I have no alternatives in mind. However, the Phantom Ranger is a very adaptable class, so do feel free to change things to make him fit the game you're in. Well, with all of that being said, here's where I'm going to say, thank you all for joining me. Please remember to like, comment, and of course subscribe. It's a little click for you, but a really big deal for me, and I greatly appreciate everyone who does. If you have enjoyed this video, check out the links down below for links to the artist, my editor, my merch market, and of course my Patreon campaign where you can get a variety of rewards, including early access to all my videos. Thank you all for joining me, and I shall see you all on the next one. This is a special shout out to all my wonderful supporters over on Patreon. Aaron Smith, Dennis Detman, Drew Betts, Harry